Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back here to the King May community. You all, I hope you had yourselves a great weekend and hopefully your weeks are starting off well. But anyways, we are back in Westby, Wisconsin. We are on the 80s series and, well, trying to make my way down the hill here. We need to get a couple of loads of mineral feed down here with the old Gale grinders. So we're trying to get our cattle all fed up here today, and well, as you can see, well, that's not our field across the road, but our fields are just the same. With the corn, we got to get after corn harvest here today. So fairly busy one as we swing the old grinder over, getting her unloaded here now with the mixer. Other than that, we do still need to make a trip on down to the dealership, and we got to pick up our flail mower, but we got time for that yet. It is, however, November, so we are kind of pushing it tight here to the end of the year. So we really need to get after getting our corn harvested and out of the ground for the fall. So very exciting stuff. We're going to be taking care of feeding here first. And of course, as always, make sure you go ahead, tap that thumbs up button for me right now. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the King May community, make sure you go ahead and do that for me now. Speaking of which, for all of you that have been subscribing, welcome new subscribers, by the way. We are now at 20,000 subscribers, you guys. So very, very cool. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me, knowing that many people are enjoying the farm sim and ATS content here on this channel. It's a very cool thing, and I do very much thank every single one of you for tapping that subscribe button for me. It really does mean a lot to me. But as we pull on in here, we're going to get ourselves loaded back up with another load here in the Gale mixer. I'm going to keep on going with feeding, but I'm going to catch up with you guys once we get that taken care of. All right, finishing up feed here for our beef cattle, and well, I gotta get these gates closed, but let's go ahead. We're gonna get ourselves pulled on out here. We're also gonna have to close the doors on the shed, and we're gonna have to get ourselves repositioned here, reset up. We gotta get the Gale mixer disconnected now from the 4440. We're gonna get hooked on up to our gravity wagons, and well, once we do, I don't know, we can kind of pull the wagons a little closer to the field here. We might as well, and we're just gonna have to kind of see how it goes with harvest and as far as how quickly we're gonna fill up. Gonna go ahead, let's disconnect the old mixer here, and there we be. Our Kilbro wagons are disconnected. I just went ahead, we shut down the 4440 for right now. I did fill up with fuel earlier on the combine. We got the header connected up, we got everything greased up, we checked all of our knives, checked all the chains, went through, checked everything. It's all looking rather good. So let's go ahead here, getting the old combine fired up. We're gonna get ourselves spun around, and hopefully we should be able to make this. Oh, I gotta watch that fuel barrel. I don't want to get too close. Yeah, we're good, we're clear. Oh, kind of close. All right, there we go. Let's get on out here though. Let's get to rolling our corn. Earlier I did grab a couple of samples anyways. It's looking pretty good earlier, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the old combine turned on here. We're gonna kind of rip into the row. There we go, and we are off and at it. I'm gonna get this middle field done here just so we have a nice easy access from the dirt road there from the farm down to the bottom field, because otherwise we got to go back onto the road and turn off and come back into that fields, or go cut through the lawn, and I don't really want to do all that when I can just come right off of the path, the dirt path there, out of the farm, and come right onto the fields here. But anyways, you guys, let me know in that comment section down below. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this 80s series thus far. I'm really excited. Hopefully we can continue on into the 90s here as well. I'm not sure what the guys are going to want to do here after the 80s series, as far as if we move maps or not for the 90s. I'm not really sure, but still excited for it. 90s is where a lot more equipment starts coming out, that it's going to be rather nice. Going to enjoy it quite thoroughly. Also, let me know if you guys have enjoyed the first sort of time-lapse video that we did building the custom farms on Westby, Wisconsin for you all. Again, those custom farm builds that we decided it is going to be on one save game. I'll build both farms. It's going to take me a little bit more time. I will have another video coming out on that this week for you all, showing a bit more progress on the farm build, or at least the first one anyways. And I don't know, I don't want to confuse it either, but I may or may not jump and kind of start working on both of the farms at the same time, just to kind of switch things up a little bit. I kind of thought about just building one completely out, getting it 100% done and finished up, touched up, and then releasing that save game out to you all, start working on the second custom build on the same save, and then send it to you all. But I know how painful that is too, because if you start doing that, well, then you get all your equipment set up and everything else, and the save game would probably be different because of you guys playing on it. So I was gonna try anyways as best I could to just get both of the farms built in a fairly timely manner here, and just get them released out to you guys, so you have that on this save game to play for the life of FS22. Again, keep in mind that mods are updated in my mega folder in my Discord, so make sure you pay attention to that. Get that downloaded, ready to go for when the save game comes to you all. The save game will be in the Discord as well once I get the custom farms built. Let me know if you're enjoying them, by the way, just kind of the layouts that I have, at least so far on the first one. But I am going to continue on here with corn harvest, working our way back to the farm now. Looking like we're about halfway full or so inside the combine, so I'm thinking we should be just fine. If anything, I may or may not pull the wagons up here fairly soon, but I'm going to catch up with you guys once I get a few acres knocked out here with the old 7700. I'll update you guys as far as how corn harvest is going thus far. All right, we made her down, well, quite a ways anyways. I wonder why the neighbor has got their baler back in that, imagine that shed there. That's a pretty nice 4020 sitting over there though. A little curious about that, but anywho, I'm gonna run on down. Probably gonna grab just the 4440. She's already warmed up. I don't know if we really need to fire up the 1586 as of right now. We'll let that girl sit for right now. Get back though with that 4440. We're gonna unload the combine here, and then I'll catch up with you guys after a minute. All right, back in the old 4440 here. Let's get this old girl and our Kilbro wagons on down the field, and there we go, getting ourselves unloaded now. All right, and just like that, we are unloaded. I am just going to leave the 44 here though in the carts. Worst case scenario is, well, we got 2 carts to unload from down here if we get full, and well, if we get full down there, we're already by the farm anyways, we can go ahead, we can fire up the old 1586, the old International there, and we can get that old girl moved on over as well. No difference to me. Well, getting the combine fired back up now. Let's go ahead and continue on with our corn harvest here. All right, and grabbing the old 44 here, we're gonna get our carts back on down. I ended up getting full about halfway through the field back to the farm, and well, seems how this first cart is pretty well getting full, we're gonna get ourselves pulled on through. We're gonna get our back wagon filled up here with the old combine now. All right, now with the carts filled, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get ourselves unloaded here before we end this video here for corn harvest on the old 80s series. Again, I've really been enjoying this series, just something a little bit different from our regular Westby series. Now I am also looking very much forward to, I believe it's April 27th is when MRG said he was hoping anyways to release out the map based right here out of Madison, Wisconsin. So that one's going to be very cool as well. I'm very much looking forward to it as we pull on in here to the old Westfield auger. And we better go ahead, we better fire up the old 4020, get the old PT rolling here. And there we go, we're unloading our corn into our corn dryer. Very exciting stuff. I'm really enjoying this. Now I know from the 1980s you wouldn't have this very, very nice Brock corn dryer. They did have some old school dryers back in the day. It was kind of in the 80s when they started beginning anyways to do some corn drying, kind of the late 80s there. So I know you guys got to kind of bear with me a little bit with this elaborate setup on this farm, but I did just kind of like the fields and the barn and farm layout itself as a whole here, and just some a little bit different, especially the pasture in the back. I really love how that pasture is just so big, goes all the way down the hillside. I really have been enjoying that as well. All right, and getting this second wagon rolling here now as well, getting ourselves unloaded. Very, very cool. Very much enjoying this here. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna finish getting this last wagon unloaded, but I am gonna call this one a video here. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you let me know by tapping that thumbs up button for me. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to the King May community, make sure you go ahead and you do that for me now. And anywho, I'm going to keep on unloading this last wagon here. We're going to get back after it in the fields, finishing up with some corn harvesting. And then we're going to go get that flail mower picked up here, hopefully next episode. And we'll get that back to the fields, get our corn stalks chopped up. And then we're going to have to get going on fall tillage here on Westby, Wisconsin for the 80s series. So y'all, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.